core is financials. I have done one PPM implementation and advanced collection. So that is the reason I mean, it's more on a finance part actually. So completely my financials. Yeah.
How many implementation projects you have done?
I have around 8 to 9 implementation projects.
So it involves all the financial models, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in Fusion, so you worked in both Fusion and EBS, right?
Correct. Right. So EBS is long, but 9 years.
Yeah.
I have past 9 years I have not touched. So I may not remember something, but overview I can remember what are the changes. But exactly to pinpoint the, I meant to say what exactly in EBS today it is there and Fusion, I may not be able to tell.
Can you just focus on main changes like between EBS and Fusion?
Yeah, sure. See, it is on-premise. Here it is a cloud infrastructure. There it was a dashboards were not available. We used to have in on-premise BI. Here dashboards and infolet are available for reporting.
Fusion also, Fusion also you have on-premise available. Do you know?
No, that is a later version. That is up to 9. But now going forward from 11, they have changed it to cloud actually completely. Now no more on-premise is available.
Okay, so what is the difference between SaaS and PaaS kind of application like implementation?
Yeah, PaaS is a platform as a service, which is actually you have to buy it. Say any customization if you have to do, then you have to use PaaS. SaaS as a software as a service, it is a cloud. So there not much scope of your customization. Let us say my EBS on-premise has some extra customization or something as per the business requirement that time. So to move from EBS to here, so we have a lot of customization, let us say, then we have to see whether PaaS can be done or a PaaS can hold such customization or not. So based on our requirement, we can enable PaaS, but that is a different tool altogether, which Oracle provides.
So you mean in SaaS implementation, we cannot do any customization?
No, we can do minor, not as a major changes.
What kind of customization?
You can do personalization. You can do personalization and sandbox also, but you cannot change a GUI or something like private table creation where validation, staging table, those things you cannot do it.
Can we customize BI reports in SaaS?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So you cannot customize, create any new forms, etc. Right?
No. You cannot create new forms or nothing. You can do that.
So you told me about personalization.
Correct.
So what kind of personalization and how we can make in Oracle Fusion SaaS?
Okay.
Any example?
Yeah, example, let us say there are some fields in invoice entry I want to make. Let us say there are extra information which as per the business this has to be validated. So in that case, I can write a personalization to validate that particular information every time. That I can make that field as a compulsory field so that every time that personalization validates. So that can be done for the minor thing.
Okay, so for example, in GL, you created a journal, right?
Correct.
In journal, we have, what are the buttons available once you create the journal?
Yes.
What are the buttons?
It is complete button, save and complete button, both are available.
Then we have again post button also available, right?
Yeah, post button, but later once you complete, you can post it. Otherwise, it will not get.
So what is the difference between complete and post? So even if what is the difference between that complete and post?
Okay, what happens is if people want to review, okay, let us say I am just a journal entry clerk. Okay, let us say my responsibility is to enter the journal entry and see everything is correct, the debit and credit. So what happens, we are not allowed, we should not allow the person to post the journal entry. In that case, what will happen is it will be complete, and then it will go for review to my manager or whoever the supervisor is, and then the supervisor can post, or it will be allowed to the financial manager who is above. They can only post it. So that is
So
the difference. Yeah.
without completing the journal, can I directly post?
No, we cannot.
I think we can.
No, I do doubt. Okay, I had to check it actually.
If you directly
Yeah.
click on the post button, it will perform the complete action as well as it will go for approval and posting.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
So now in our one of our business scenario, the user asked, I don't need this complete button because
Yeah.
I want to create the just submit the post and it will do everything for me. So I just want to disappear that complete button. You know, how can we do that? This
I
is
can.
a real time scenario.
Yeah, actually, through a customization, customizing my role, I can do that. So depend upon the customization, I can do that.
Irrespective of roles, I want
Yeah.
to completely remove this complete option. Is it
Yeah,
possible?
yeah, it is possible because I've done that through customization of roles only. It is possible. I
Okay,
think so.
so yeah, it is also possible through sandbox
Yeah, that's
customize.
what actually. So you that is a development area actually. That is a more technical
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, but in development, you have to tell them, right? Technical,
Correct, correct.
what is the
You're right.
functional requirement.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
yeah, so that through sandbox, you can remove that
Correct.
field. We also did in our project that's why I asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, correct. Yeah, we can do that. Yes.
So GL, whatever area you are comfortable, like you, do you know approval process?
Yes, I know. I know approval process. I have done allocation. I have done what do you say? Allocation, consolidation, all those things. Yeah, you can ask me. No problem.
So can you tell me the approval flow,
Yeah.
like BPM approval, how we can build a rule?
Okay. See, BPM approval depends upon basically there are two things. On the
Hmm.
basis of the amount the journal has to approve, or on the
Hmm.
basis of your hierarchy. So I meant to say amount. Let us say 100 to let us say 1 to 1,000 is allowed to, let us say, the clerk, the not clerk, sorry, the person who is entering can post it, and above 1,000 it will go to some supervisor. Then multiple approvals are there. If it is more than a lakh or 2 lakh or 50,000 and above, depends upon the business policy to whom it has to go. So in the BPM, when I click on the BPM, there should be a journal approval. Then we put it as a parallel. Actually, the participant will be parallel if and then condition depends upon that, and then we add that rule below the supervisor hierarchy. According to that it goes, but there we need to, if and then we have to mention our amount condition, what is the amount, then it will according to that it will go to the it will go to this yeah.
What
And
is BPM? What is stage?
yeah, I didn't get you, sorry.
In BPM, if you open that, you will find
Ah,
that stage, right? One
correct,
area, it's called stage
correct.
and participant. What is
Yes.
this stage and participant?
Stage I don't remember, but participation is serial and parallel.
Serial and parallel.
Yes.
What is the difference between serial and parallel?
Okay. Okay, what happens is parallel is actually your horizontal. So it will move one hierarchy to another hierarchy. Serial is, let us say I have a three or four, let us say there are two supervisors.
Mhm.
When I send it for approval, it will go for both of them, and anyone can approve that. So that is what is the serial.
Hmm. So in which option I can use the voting option?
In which option?
In which mode? Like you mentioned, like serial and parallel
Uh,
flow,
uh,
right? In
uh,
which flow I can use the voting option?
I think so. Serial, in serial.
Serial, why it is required? Because it's one by one it is going. Why I need a
No,
voting?
not serial. It is parallelly. It will go one. Oh, sorry. I made it wrong. Okay, right. A serial it will go one by one, but parallel it will go. I mean to say to the multiple. In the serial only we can have a. In parallel we can have a voting option.
Yeah, because parallel the approval will go to all of them.
Correct.
And we have to give a voting like 100% or 50%.
Yeah.
If I complete the voting and approve, then it will be approved, right?
Correct. Right.
Yeah. So in my client requirement, I have a client asked me that I am a approver, but
Okay.
I am also a preparer.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I am creating a journal, it should not be approved by me. I can approve the journal, it prepared by anybody else, but my own journal, I should not be able to approve.
Correct.
What I can do?
I can go to the configuration. There is a checkbox called self approval to be disabled, and then we write a role that task and all. So in the configuration, when you go to BPM, there is a configuration that checkbox needs to be enabled. Then only that thing will not come to the approval for him.
Okay. So in another case, like I have a approval group,
yeah,
and there are 2-3 approvers already available.
Okay.
I want to include a new approver.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he is supposed to approve the journal.
Okay.
Okay. So he raised one request and we included his name in the approval group. But before that, already we have created the journal.
Okay.
Will this journal go to that person?
No, it will not go. When you have actually what happens is it will always be applicable to new journals. But if I withdraw, then it can go. Otherwise, it will not go because you are including ad hocly, so it is not possible that way.
But we are required to that journal should be approved by the new guy who is.
And then withdraw it and resubmit it.
Okay. Any other option? Without
I'm not
withdrawal?
sure. No,
I don't want to withdraw.
No, I'm not sure on that.
I can
Then you have
reassign.
to write a dedication rule.
No, I can reassign the approval. Okay. So there is a reassign option, right? If you go to approval.
Yeah.
So currently the old it is lying with the old approver.
Correct.
But already I have modified the approval group.
Yeah.
So I can reassign to the new approver, right? Without withdrawal.
Right.
Okay. You mentioned that you have worked on allocation rules, right?
Correct.
Just give me some brief.
Okay. See, basically in EBS, it is a mass allocation. Here it is a allocation. Allocation is basically you are allocating the monthly expense to particular cost center or department. Okay, so here we have the POV dragging, then statical account needs to define, and then you define your source and target account, and then you validate it and generate a journal entry. So basically what happens once the journal entry is generated, you give the percentage of division, what is the percentage you need to divide for it. It should be 100% while dividing the expenses.
So what is the basis? How you calculate the basis? How the percentage will be calculated?
See, it depends upon the business saying that how much percentage will be allocated to each department. Let us say there are 5 departments, which is 20% they can allocate, or it could be 25% and like that. So I'm not sure how they decide, but normally we take it from the business only.
Yeah, you have taken the percentage, but how will you allocate that? How the system is going to calculate allocation rules?
Yeah, when we create a allocation, we define that percentage normally.
Where we need to define?
In the when we create allocation rules, we define it, I believe.
Okay. So you mean
Yeah.
my question is on what basis? For example, I have some electricity expenses I want to allocate.
Yeah.
And I have 5 departments.
Okay.
Marketing department, 5
Yeah.
department. And I want to allocate 20% to each, or I want to allocate based on the square foot of that area of that department building.
Okay.
Okay. So how we can do that? You mentioned that I have to mention in the rule. Where I need to mention that?
That I don't remember. It
Mhm.
was a long back actually. Now I don't
Okay,
remember.
okay. You know about a start journal?
Yes, yes. Stat journal, correct.
So you have to allocate this through a start journal, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So for example, I have created one allocation rules, but there is no balance available to allocate. And if I am running the allocation, generate allocation program, what will happen?
It will fail. It will say that allocation is not 100% defined.
It will say or any other message.
I think that is a message that allocation is not 100% done.
No, my allocation is 100% defined. Rule is defined, but I
Yeah.
don't have balance.
So I'm not sure what is the error
Oh.
it will give that.
Okay,
I'm not
okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah. What error it will give?
You will not get any error, but the program will fail actually.
Yeah. It will
That there is
become
no data
error.
found.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you will get no data find and nothing is available to allocate like that.
Yeah, got
You know what is point of view?
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
That is
and
a
what is
segment. Basically, that is a
inner point
segment.
of view and what is outer point of view?
No, I don't know inner point and outer point. I don't know, but I know POV, but not
POV,
start.
yeah. Yeah, tell me.
So POV is basically my segment, and there will be additional seeded segment, which is your actual your scenario, currency, and I don't think a version or something is there. I'm not sure on the
Yeah,
version part.
amount type,
Yeah,
period
amount
type,
type, yes,
currencies,
correct,
all the
and currency,
segments. Yeah.
yes.
So if
So
something I'm mentioning in the outer point of view, that I
yes,
cannot mention in the inner point of view, like in the
okay.
allocation rule itself.
Yeah,
So, so point of view which I'm mentioning in the outer section, so that will be constant value, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. And in inner point of view, that
It
will
can
be
vary.
dynamic. Yeah,
Yeah,
it will
correct.
derive based on the rules.
Yes.
What is runtime prompt?
A runtime prompted, you are giving some variable. Let us say I want a user when I'm running something, I give like year, let us say year or a period, which period I want. So I normally give the period. It is a variable. So according to that, report will run, right? It will give the
Parameter, right?
yeah parameter, correct.
Okay. So you know about the intercompany journal, right?
Yes,
AGIS.
yes, yes.
So you created some AGIS journals and how the balance will be AGIS intercompany journal will be balanced. How it will be balanced?
See, basically, according to our rules set up at in the AGIS, according to the intercompany rules, it will default. So you have to set up your what is the liability, what is the thing, and create a relationship between that supplier and customer. According to that, it will default. Sorry, not
What?
customer.
Okay.
According to that, it will default. Yeah.
What will be the entry? Like my company A
Uh,
selling something to company B.
okay.
In this case, my debit entry,
I will
debit
be my
account.
company A. Let us
Hmm.
say you are selling from company A to B or B to A. What is it?
Anything like A is selling
Okay.
to B.
Let us say
Yeah.
A to so A will be your supplier. So it will be payables and your B will be debited actually. Or B will be your receivable.
But our balancing segment is different, right? For
Correct.
example, A balancing segment, company segment is 101 and B
Correct.
is 102. So
So
entry will not be balanced. How it will be balanced?
No, through your what you have created basically at the, I meant to say at the startup level, in the intercompany, you would have defined a rule. According to that, that will get defaulted.
Okay. So in this rule, which account I need to give?
You need to give your payables and receivable account.
Intercompany payable and intercompany
Yes,
receivable
intercompany
account, right?
receivable. Correct. Correct.
Okay. So suppose I have I in the period end I want to consolidate my balances, right?
Right.
And for intercompany journals, I have also balances for these intercompany receivable and intercompany payables, right?
Yeah. Right.
While consolidation, I want to wipe out these entries because this is not required, right? Because these are all my internal entity
Correct.
transactions.
Correct.
I want to eliminate these transactions, like these balances, like this intercompany payable and receivable. How can I
Yeah.
do that?
See, basically, I'm not sure you need to enter at the month end. You can reverse those entry, or you need to enter a manual entry. I think so because in Fusion there is no automatic entry need is generated, I believe.
Fusion, we have automatic options. To eliminate journal, we have to use the allocation rules.
Yeah.
So mass allocation, we can create elimination sets to
Yeah. Got it.
so that the entries automatically will be eliminated.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, you can check that.
Yeah. Sure.
This is frequently used in most of the
Yes.
organizations because this is a period and activity. During
Correct.
consolidation, you have to eliminate all these intercompany balances.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So AGIS, you know, right? The
Yeah.
process setups, etc. You
Correct.
also
Yes.
discussed. So I created. I want to open my AGIS period, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not able to get the periods there. It's showing as blank.
So
Right?
basically, you're not defined. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, I'm using the same period, like the accounting period. I'm using as the AGIS period.
Okay.
But the first time I'm going to open AGIS period.
Yeah.
I'm not able to find the period names.
Okay.
What can be
So
the reason and what action I need to do?
I think so. A period is not defined. You need to define the AGIS period. That could
No,
you.
AGIS I'm using now. I'm using the accounting period.
I'm not sure on that.
Uh,
I'm not.
so if you go to action, there is a option called copy GL period to
Okay.
AGIS period.
Okay.
So if you run that, then all
Yeah.
the periods, accounting periods will be copied to your intercompany period.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of issues will face.
Yeah.
And suppose in AGIS, I am going to close my AP period, right?
Right.
And I got an issue that my AR AGIS transactions is pending. It's not transferred to AR.
G.
I'm getting that issue.
Okay.
What can be the reason? How I can resolve that?
See, basically, one thing is the accounting could have not happened or approval of invoices could not happen. These are the two things I think. I might be wrong also, but those things are it is not been accounted or been not been approved.
No, my AGIS complete process, you know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in AGIS, once I create the journal,
Correct.
AGIS transactions, I
Yeah.
want to create invoices, subledger invoices. So what are the
Correct.
programs I need to run
Um,
in
I
AGIS?
don't, I don't remember those programs actually.
Okay. So AGIS, we have to run transfer to AR program first. Okay. So that AR invoice will be generated.
Yeah.
Then we have to run the transfer to AP programs.
Yeah.
So that AP invoice will be generated. So if this program has not been run, you
Then there
cannot
is no.
close the period.
Yes. Got it. No,
That
you
is
cannot.
mandatory. Yes. That is a period close activity.
Got it.
You can. And okay, so AJS we covered. Consolidation, tell me how we are doing the consolidations.
See, basically, you need to define a consolidation ledger and map the accounts, basically, whichever you want to transfer, basically is the segment mapping. Then run the transfer the balance, and you need to select your source and target thing, and then transfer the balances, run the balances. Yeah.
You mentioned that we need to define the mapping, right? Chart of account
Correct.
mapping.
Correct.
We have a requirement that my account segment also account segment and multiple segment I want to map with my other ledgers. So you know, there is a in mapping section, there is an option called multiple segment mapping.
Yes.
Have you noticed? So what is that actually?
That is basically if you don't have a segment, let us say one ledger as a
segment.
Yeah. I mean to say, yeah. Shinu,
yeah.
I didn't.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So what happens is if a ledger has a, let us say 6 and my consolidation has 5. So in that case, all the 6, if they want, then we can map through that. That is what functionality does, I believe.
Okay. So what then after we create the mapping, what is the next step?
After creating a mapping, I actually run the transfer of balance to my source and target ledger.
Source and target. For example, my source ledger has a different currency.
Okay.
I have 2 ledgers. One is in USA, one in India.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to consolidate to my consolidation ledger, which is in USD.
Got it. Okay.
So how I can consolidate?
See, basically what happens is we run the translation and then it will get, I meant to say, once we translate it, it will convert my actually other currency into functional currency. Then we need to run the
For which ledger I need to run consolidation?
See, let us say my consolidation ledger is in US and my other ledger is in INR. So I need to run the translation for my US ledger to consolidate INR to USD. So then only it will work out.
Okay. So do I need to run the translation for my USD ledger?
No, not at all.
For example, you have run the translation program.
Yeah.
But after running the translation also, you created some more journals in the Indian currency.
Yeah.
What we need to do?
See, we need to, if I have created more journals and that needs to be shown in the consolidation, we need to, then again I need to run the translation.
Right. You need to run translation again.
Yes.
Consolidate.
Yeah.